Hey guys, welcome to the Chat Time Podcast, the home of good vibes, kwani tunajijenga na tunajibamba. I'm your host Pretty, and here I have my colleagues who are
Naitwa Prince.
I'm Judy.
I'm Doki. And before I forget, today we are having a guest who is a health practitioner who is
Charles.
Okay, so before we chip into our topic of discussion, maybe tuangalie the trending issues which have been happening in Kenya. Hebu tuanze na Doki.
And so right now what is trending is there is a man who died and was buried in May, this year May. Then after a few months, the man is being seen in the same village and doing some business. And then he's given some food by a neighbor. Then neighbor namuuliza, so ulikufa? Then I was like, me I didn't die. Mimi nimekuwa tu niko alive and niko sawa. So I'm wondering how can you bury a person who is alive and where has he been? Ama what?
Kwanza neighbor alitoa pika reja kupea mtu alikufa food. Do you know what it takes for a man kupea mtu alikufa, hata usipee mtu alikufa food, kukutana tu na yeye hivi. Kama ukiota na yeye ni shida, na ukitana na yeye
maybe burying him was a mistaken identity. Juadi kitambo, the family members goes to the mortuary and discovers the body, goes to bury.
Exactly.
That was a mistaken identity, I think.
A big one, because how can you mistake an identity in such a case? Sasa na wenye hiyo familia, mwenye alizikwa, wenye hiyo huyo mwenye huyo familia na yeye alipotea basi. Yaani mwenye alizikwa sina siyo familia yake linasema mtu wao alipotea.
Sasa kwa maswali zinabakia ni how are these community people going to accept this person knowing that he was buried and now he's alive and kicking. These things seem scary. And Ebu Judy, umenyamaza sana, can you give us some of your views?
Or like pia nini, kuna this incident and it happened Bomet. There was a police officer who raped a young girl who was 19 years old. Imagine a police officer
raping a young girl.
Unajua how did it happen that this thing ameenda tu ku rape a young girl na maybe he has a wife somewhere, he has a girlfriend somewhere, he just saw a young girl.
Yes, 19.
There wasn't any conflict involved between the girl and the police officer. So with the current gender, the Gen Zs, you can unaweza dhani ati the 19 years old girl is a very young girl, but yet she's not in the Gen Zs, in the Gen Zs thing. Like she's big, maybe washakuwa in a relationship zake.
Mtu ako 19, mtu mkubwa sana. Si kama kitambo vile watu wa 19 hawako hapa.
Exactly.
Sasa unakutana na watoto wa CBC, tutoto tudogo tumebeba. Then with you girls bana, mko na dressing code nyingine sana.
Issue hapa, unaona issue si kunini vile mtu appearance
inaweza affect.
Appearance will affect.
It affect.
Mbona mrefu?
Or maybe it was a win-win approach. Give me, I give you. Maybe alikuwa accept advantages za policeman and now it was her turn to return the favors.
Remember we have had cases in courts where like mtu there has been an organization that mna plan na mzazi wako venye utaframe a certain guy alikurepe. Then after all unasikia it was all about framing and stuff. So we should look forward to one the court ending or the whole thing should end up.
Or maybe the police officer was trying to battle with some mental illness.
Exactly.
Don't you see that?
Nyinyi mnataka kuekelea karao. Okay, mimi simtetei, but this tetei karao. But unajua one thing I know with men, yeti mimi huwezi kuja kwangu ukiwa uko decent na mimi niko sawa. Bala tuko na feelings bana. Haya.
You should learn how to control your feelings.
Control my food. Kuna acid control.
Kama hutajicontrol, me I'm wondering with all the ladies,
Ebu Doki way the whole country. A minute. I'm wondering, like Prince says that hawezi kuja kwake ukiwa indecent. That means even if your sister comes to a place decently dressed, you'll end up raping her.
Sister wangu anajua fai kuingia kwa room yako kama yuko decent.
Accident.
Si lazima.
Hakuna unaingiaje? Hiyo si accident. Guy,
this is not the matter. The matter is your limits.
Bas. And the limits zinapia in and out. Like both sides, mimi na wewe. So pia uko na limits. Unajua kuna vile uwezi ingia, acha kuleta bana mnaikalia accidents vitu nyingi. Hiyo si accident. Unajua tu vizuri uko decent na unaingia kwa room ya msee. Kuna chenye unaendea, tuambie tu kweli.
Okay, so in that guys, our topic of discussion today ilikuwa about depression and bipolar, and hapa ni to create awareness of how mentally upright are you. You should consider the consequences of bipolar, the effects of bipolar, the signs and symptoms of bipolar, and take it into account. So maybe Dr. So quiet, able to elezee how can a person know if he or she is mentally upright?
Okay, one of the ways you can know that somebody is mentally upright is by looking about the judgment process or the capacity of which somebody is making judgment from one activity to the other. Some of the people, like when somebody is on a bipolar mode, you realize that they are maybe slow in shifting from one activity to the other, or doing activity, you find that maybe they are doing so slow. Yani they have that low capacity of shifting from one activity to the other.
So just to ask, Mr., do you try to mean that people who are maybe slow in doing everything they do are all bipolar?
Not really. There are some others about, like, for example, you remove somebody or you take somebody from an activity. For example, let's say you are doing your house chores in the house, and then all of a sudden I come and tell you, like, now go and do such another activity. These people now to shift from this activity to the other activity, it may take them a lot
of time. Yeah.
Okay, so talking of that, easy Dr. Mr. tu some indicators of knowing that you are mentally upright. Maybe to add on that, my research iliniambia if you are, for you to know that you are mentally upright, you should be feeling happy and content most of the time. You should be able to manage your stress. Sasa maybe to the other side, Doctor, hebu tuelezee some of the signs and symptoms of bipolar.
Some of the signs and symptoms of bipolar are, like, for example, you find some people are so much elated, very happy, extremely over happy, and then you find others, their moods, they go low, they go down. So like you may find just somebody moodless, and then the other side of it, extremely happy. There are people who are extremely very happy, so like you are not able to detect clearly.
On that, Prince, you look like a victim of bipolar. You are so quiet. What do you have to say about this?
Najaribu kukombea vitu tunaongelelea na vitu zina happen na real life. Kwaja kisema mtu akikuwa extremely happy, hiyo ni symptom ya kukua msee kuna bipolar. Kuna watu tumeumbwa hivyo.
Exactly.
Kuna wase tunafanga 247 tuko tu ever happy.
Yeah.
Nitaingia tu mahali mko tu serious, mimi nishaleta jokes hapo, nishaanza kupiga kelele. Hiyo itamaanisha mimi msee bipolar. Kuna wase wengine wenye wanakuwa tu kwa ever cool. Msee hata yongea na mtu nini. So literally me on my point of understanding, naona ni kama msee akishaanza kuaffectiwa na bipolar, niko normal. When msee kama uko happy, then all of a sudden you turn moodless,
sadness and stuff, yeah.
Then all of a sudden with no reasons ushaanza kukua happy tena, like unapiga kelele, unafanya kitu as it makes sense. Yeah, but kuna watu wenye literally we are mentally upright, tuko mentally fit, but bado tunafanya the same things.
And that's why he has said that this person is extreme. Not just happy, you are extremely happy. You are so much energetic. You know, even if you are energetic, there are some limits. When utaniambia utafika hapa, people are addressing something serious, you just start laughing because you are happy.
Yeah, majoka. Yeah, kuna kitu sizifanya. Kamwezi niambia mimi bipolar.
Sorry to say that, but I think
ushasema.
Daktari mtaenda na yeye mpira.
Okay, so hapo ametuambia tu some of the symptoms of bipolar. We haven't stated all of them yet. Maybe Doki, you can even add some of your views about this.
I guess he has said, he has talked about mood swings, sadness, and some anger, where maybe you're not being able to control your anger. Like unakuwa irritated na small things that are usually like they're usually normal. Unaona mtu anajua kupiga joke but you just angry and you're not able to control the anger.
Na pia kuna hii difficulty in concentration, like being unable to do normal activities. Unaona? So unakusa tu usingizi.
Lakini it's confusing na mimi.
Okay, talking of that, Doctor, I have some confusing question that is running in my mind. Umesema this patient, or maybe this symptom is like your mood. What of the context that a girl is maybe on her periods? The reports say that if a girl is on her periods, some of them become mood. Does that means that this person is a bipolar patient?
Alright. What happens is that most of the bipolar issues begin to arise late in adulthood, or when somebody is just entering into adulthood. That is the moment where this bipolar situation is. thing to come in, because you realize that somebody has mood swing or just drastic mood swing. All of a sudden you are happy, then just something happens, you are frowning. Yeah.
Just
So
to add on that, I think talking of situations kama msee kukuwa na periods, unajua hiyo inaoka occasionally, it will only happen when dem ako na hizo period. So I think hiyo haitaqualify kwa symptom ya bipolar. Sasa kwa bipolar itakuwa kama hayuko mood, ako moodless, like itakuwa 24/7, but ya dem ina happen time yako periods peke yake. Yeah.
Naona sasa hii bipolar ikifika hata depressed phase, inini like huyo mtu anakuwa na change in appetite, unable to eat well, significant weight loss without dieting. So like ikifika ile depressive phase, sasa naona huyo mtu atakuja like ashinde kukula, you see, na pia kutakuwa hapo na intense sadness. Sasa naona like atakuwa tu anashinda tu akikasirika. Na pia like feeling hopelessness, like hatakuwa na hope ya maisha, utakuwa tu unaona tu kila kitu tu iko tu, unaona.
Hey guys, today's topic sounds so interesting. Maybe before tuende mbali, hebu doctor tuambie tu some of the effects of this bipolar, this mental illness.
So like we have heard from our sister Metuambia, like mostly people who are under bipolar, you find them they are sad and hopeless, and you know always that there are repercussions of somebody who is in a sad and a hopeless situation. Most of these people you find them, maybe some of them committing suicide. So one of the effects is that these people, they even commit suicide themselves, and if not physically, they might even give up with life. So you find these people, they see life who have no meaning to it.
I'm sorry guys, tulienda further without even explaining what's the meaning of bipolar. And according to my research, bipolar is a disorder that is believed to be caused by a combination of genetic, biological and environmental factors. So nilisahau kuuliza the likely causes, nikaenda kwa nini, kwa effects. So I'm sorry for that. Who doctor to the likely causes of this bipolar?
Okay. The causes of bipolar, you realize, for example, like when you shift somebody from an environment ambayo he or she is used to, you take him or her to a new environment, you realize there is that culture shock with the environment you find yourself in. So the ability to make new friends, the ability to socialize, the ability to have that social networking within the people, it may make this person to lock herself or himself somewhere and cage himself in such a manner that he will not have that exposure. And when somebody is lacking in exposure, these things begin to erupt within themselves. They may see themselves and worry. So one of the things is that the environment within which somebody is positioned can affect or can bring up this issue of bipolar. Another thing is that the social arena within which you are in, if you don't fit to that group or you don't fit to that social group, you realize yourself like you are becoming odd one out, and when you begin to become odd one out, you feel you're not supposed to be in that group of people. You begin excluding yourself in that manner. You realize the issue of bipolar.
Okay, so just to add on that, tunaweza pia look into msee kufikiria sana, like you've got a lot in your mind that you're thinking about, and at some point unaweza open up to. So when you're going to think much into unanswered questions ambapo unafikiria mambo kwa life, maybe unafikiria uwezi overcome, zinaweza leta hiyo depression, and with time kitu inaweza anza hiyo effect ya overthink inaweza anza kuoverreact, inaweza anza kuoverdo hizo symptoms ya bipolar.
And in some situations you find that like you are in depression, but you are in denial that you are depressed. Like you're in denial that something is not bothering you. Unajipata I'm good, but inside me there is something that is really bothering you. Yeah.
That's why you should look for people to open up to. Maybe tunapata kuna watu close na wao, so unaweza trust, so unaweza do anything, at least ukisha share out, hata kama hata kusaidia physically, maybe they love a word or two for you, atakusaidia physically, mentally maybe, na utafeel lonely sana, unajua kukaa peke yako sana, unajikipia secrets sana, haita sound much good.
Interesting. And hata Sasa hapo kwa kufikiria sana, rather than that, hii kufikiria sana inakuwa cause na stressful life events, traumatic life events that maybe inaweza kuwa fire, accidents, loss of a loved one. This can likely exactly breakups.
Si funny.
It's not funny. Yeah.
But then mimi nilikuwa moodless ever since nilikuwa young. But ever since I lost the love of my life.
Wewe unago umeanza
My
kuwa
first
la
love.
doctor ukiwa mtoto. Ati unakuwa la doctor ukiwa mtoto. Already experience a heartbreak as
young as you are.
As young as you are.
I was young kama. I was 19.
19.
Bana nilikuwa 19.
Ndio ushapata love of your life.
Bana nasha ni heartbreak.
Tunashaka like
Sasa
focus on your life.
but by the way if
Even
you
the
get
challenge focus.
like if you get somebody na mshapendana by the way it's there. Heartbreak ziko you can because you got attracted to this person, you have been sharing moments with the person, then boom at fake you have to like cut off the relationship or path.
Talking of vitu za kufikiria zilete bipolar. By the way, on a serious note, kwanza mayouth watakuwa affected sana na mimi napenda msena anipendi. Na feeling hazitoki. Unakaa tu chini ucombine story I make sense. Iliti shangu. So unakaa una overthink mpaka uko like, usha overdo vipi. Bana hata hiyo inaweza
How should we handle that one? How should we like
I'm going to see how to handle this.
kama sasa inapendana na sipendi jamani, hiyo kitu mbaya.
how should
Okay, so the most interesting part here guys is the effects of bipolar. Hata tuanze doctor tupatie some of the effects of this bipolar in individuals.
We have talked about the first one, like suicidal thoughts, and then this issue of giving up with life and also karma. Another effect of bipolar is that it will even limit you to opportunities because you realize if you are bipolar, then you will not even go out to reach out to know what is happening out there. So you will not get that. So it means that you will even miss more opportunities.
And on that, we have also occupational difficulties in that umse ataanza kukua truant, you can't be able to go to work because maybe this day the attack, the bipolar attack, you can't be able to go to work. Umeenda ku apply job, a company is not able to employ you because of some history of this symptom. Anaogopa, if I employ you, they are going to do losses to my business. Sasa Judy was so quiet, what's wrong? Tuambie some of your views.
Nini, another effect is like the moods too zina change suddenly, so like say utakuwa happy then ukwe sad, unaona, na pia it affect your relationship with other people, unaona,
even with your partners. You like who is going to cope with you for a long time, kama like saizi amekuwa ukiwa happy tena saa zingine utaki kumuongelesha, you know, there are those kind of people. Like I have a friend like waliachana na boy wake just because she like one time she's like happy, then the other time hakuna kitu amefanywa lakini she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't want, you know, I don't want anything, what have I wrong, like mtu anakuuliza have I wronged you, no I don't want to talk to you, so it's kind of hectic.
And I think we should ask ourselves this question, kama itakuwa advisable kudate msee kama huyo. Juu literally kama msee ako bipolar, akona mood swing, anytime anaweza kuwa happy, sad. Then kuna hiyo time uko moodless, mpata akiwa moodless pia ita sound z. So mnaonaje, mnafikiria itakuwa advisable kudate msee ako bipolar?
That's a good question to Doc. Good Doc,
tell us.
Okay, one of the things that dating also goes with rhyming in the mind. So if your mind is not rhyming with somebody, then it means you will have a very hard time in that even relationship. So I think the best thing, or you can be so much understanding, you understand the other person.
It will take a lot to date somebody in such a situation
because of mistrust. I can't even sleep with someone with these symptoms in the same bed. This person anaweza atakiwa at night, he ends up attacking me. So you know, kutakuwa na mistrust. Alafu by the way, to add on that, kutakuwa na substance abuse kwa sababu this person will end up consuming drugs in the name of maintaining his mood swings ama maintaining his psyche.
I guess the relationship will be very chaotic. Kulikuanga na soap yenye ilikuanga some years ilikuanga ya KTN. And so the man here was the one who had the bipolar thing or something of the sort. So unapata sometimes hadi kwa bipolar ilikuwa something to do with like you forgetting and something of the sort. So all of a sudden ashasahau huyu bibi yake na washaoana with the like wedding ring man. So like ushaoana like na time zingine atakuja kuchape guy anasahau bibi yake. That's like such a situation man.
Lakini kama unampenda unaweza survive.
It takes a lot.
But itateka a lot, but kuna watu watasurviviana.
So ukiwa na hiyo bipolar like unafaa kumwonyesha love, ajipende juu sasa unaona akiwa hizo symptoms like atajiona anajichukia, end up kucommit murder. Sasa unaona, so like unafaa kushuya caring.
Niambie upate mtu ako na anger issues, ako na hiyo bipolar, ako na anger issues, anapata anger issues za kuchapa.
Ni can't
Prince wote mara ya kwanza, mara ya pili, mara ya tatu, hapana.
Okay, so before we run out of time, acha tuangalie the control measures of this disease. Ebu hapa leo tutakuwa tuna major on the doctor. Yeye ndo atakuwa ana drive leo. So good doctor tuambie some of these control measures.
Okay, some of the control measures on this bipolar issue is a real issue that is emerging, especially in such a time that we are in our generation right now. So like how we are able to help is that like somebody can engage him or herself in activities that at least balance his mental capacity.
Yeah.
Like there are people who don't go out to play with others. Like one of the ways you can help that person, at least involve them in activities that will help them get exposed, at least cheer up a little bit, and then talk out. And then like when these people you're talking about, many people especially nowadays, they don't like to talk out what is affecting them. You know, the greatest enemy that we can have is the enemy within ourselves.
Yeah.
So if we are able to talk out what is eating us up, we are able to help ourselves at it. So when we help these people, or when you realize that somebody maybe within your circle is a bipolar, at least help them to talk themselves out. Because when they talk themselves out, it is one of the ways of So when we help these people in that manner, that way, we are going to help them.
I think Doc is trying to show us that isolation and loneliness, ama separation, ya wase wakona bipolar itawasaidia situation. Literally they'll have no one to talk to. So they'll keep on coming in affect na most of the thinking atakuwa nafikiria tu peke yake, like wase washani separate, watu hawataki kuwa na mimi, they don't associate me with stuff zao. So you overthink, maybe it was a situation. So I think if you show them love and care, give them company, maybe itaanza kutulia anze maybe kujaribu kukop na zile vitu mnafanya. So at some point itatulia kidogo if you give them company.
Na pia wanaweza they avoid using of illicit drugs because hii drug inawasend the depression. Sasa unaona naifanye kwa more.
And me, I can say maybe because prevention is better than cure. I guess sometimes we should try and avoid carrying more grudges and thinking more about things that are not so useful into our lives. Like mtu ashakosea, like leave it alone, mwache, like don't talk maybe to him or her, but wacha kutuma ifanye na kuumiza.
Yeah. Alafu pia hapo we have even medication kwa sababu remember one of the causes of this bipolar is hormonal imbalance.
Yeah.
So kwa hii medication you should look for medical stabilizers, mood stabilizers that is, and utafute pia psychotherapy. This therapy is going to help you improve on your mental capacity, reduce your stress, let live of the past, focus on the future. These are the things that inaweza kukusaidia ku shine out from these symptoms of bipolar. Yeah. So, najua some of you are confused if bipolar is same as depression. Si same, these things are different. In that, situlisema bipolar is likely to be caused by environmental factors, mental factors, and I don't know, genetic factors and biological factors. But the difference is that depression inakuwa caused by genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors. So kwa depression, we are even including psychological factors. So niseme bipolar ni depression imegrow, ama depression ni bipolar imegrow.
Hapana, bipolar ni
depression imegrow. So depression
the difference is that bipolar there is also called mania illness. So mania is when somebody is
extremely happy.
So depression is the opposite.
Extremely
down.
low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na pia mjue tu depression is likely to be caused by the same causes of bipolar. So you should also take this into consideration. Hapo acha tuangalie the differences, the key differences between bipolar and depression tukiendelea kumalizia. So tuanza na nani? Leo tuanze na Judy. You're so quiet. Okay. Anasema she's going to add later. Wacha tuendelee na please.
So difference ya bipolar na depression, tutaanza tu na hiyo ya kwanza tushasema. Literally msee yako bipolar ni msee yako extremely high. Msee yako depressed ni msee yako extremely low. So utanote differences hizi vitu mbili na reaction ama zile judgments msee anafanya. Kama msee yako too quick kufanya vitu zenye zi make sense, literally yeye ni bipolar. Juu atakuwa tu ako extremely excited, ako na energy nyingi, alafu wanakuanga irritated, like umse kuchange idea yake amesha decide kufanya itakuwa ngumu. Mtu uko depressed itakuwa ngumu sana kuongea. They live lonely life, atakuwa anataka peke yake, they won't talk much, like atakuwa tu amejiseparate.
Okay, doctor, mtu ambie tueleze.
All right. Another difference is that we realize that these people, you realize that when one is bipolar, there is a tendency, especially when they are extremely high. There are people when they are very high, they cannot do anything. So, and when somebody is depressed, that is, I think I can put it like a similarity. Like, they cannot do any progress when somebody is under that situation. There are people who are extremely happy even when you tell them to do something, they will take ages before they turn up to what.
Another difference is that bipolar has two phases. Hiyo yenye ni mania na depression. Lakini kwa depression tuko na phase 2 moja, which is the depression itself.
Alafu pia there is a great differences between the treatment. In that treatment ya bipolar ina involve mood stabilizers, na treatment ya depression ina involve combination of therapy, lifestyle changes and etc. So who has something to add? How are you? Okay, so silence means that we are at the end of our topic, and it was nice having you guys. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Let's meet on our next episode, which will be on Wednesday. Thank you.
Bana, na tupatane pale comment section. Kama kuna kitu unataka tu discuss ama kuna kitu tunafanya less or more, tuchapie hapo hivyo.
It is a chat podcast, and don't put a gap between chat and podcast.
Nice
at YouTube.